What's up everyone? Today I'm revealing 7 epic weekend getaways from Vancouver and Victoria. I scoured the maps, planned the routes, and picked the wildest, most relaxing, and most delicious escapes you can imagine. From stormy coastlines to mountain peaks, hidden islands, hot springs, and wine valleys, this is the ultimate guide to your next adventure. We're about to find out which destination is the ultimate weekend getaway. First up, Tofino's Wild Coast. I've got a cabin, a surfboard, and zero experience. This is going to be awesome. Let's go! First stop, Tofino. This tiny town on the edge of Vancouver Island is a place where the wild Pacific meets ancient rainforest, and adventure is always just a few steps away. After hours of winding roads and ferry rides, I finally arrive. The air is thick with salt, the scent of pine needles, and the constant, thunderous soundtrack of crashing waves. It feels like the edge of the world. They call this the surf capital of Canada, and it's easy to see why. The beaches stretch for miles with endless sand and rolling surf as far as you can see. Surfers dot the horizon, chasing the perfect wave. I've never surfed before, and honestly, I'm a little intimidated. The waves look huge, and the Pacific is notorious for being cold and unpredictable. But that's what makes it exciting. My home base for the weekend is a cozy cabin tucked deep in the rainforest. It's surrounded by mossy trees, ferns, and the soothing sound of rain on the roof. It's the perfect place to recharge after a day in the surf. The plan? Simple. Surf as much as possible, explore the wild coastline, and eat as many legendary fish tacos as I can find. And of course, warm up by the fire with a hot drink in hand, letting the chill of the Pacific melt away. Getting into a wetsuit is an adventure in itself. Awkward, hilarious, and surprisingly exhausting. But it's absolutely necessary if you want to survive the icy water. With my board under my arm and nerves buzzing, I step onto the sand, ready to face the wild waves for the very first time. The water is shockingly cold, even through the wetsuit. My hands go numb, but the rush of adrenaline keeps me paddling out, determined to catch a wave. I wipe out again and again, tumbling in the surf, but every fall is a lesson. And then finally I manage to stand up. Just for a few glorious seconds, but it feels like flying. The feeling is pure joy. I get why people are hooked on this. There's a sense of accomplishment, camaraderie, and just pure fun. But Tofino isn't just about surfing. It's about standing at the edge of the continent, dwarfed by ancient trees and the endless ocean, feeling both tiny and completely alive. We wander Long Beach, part of the Pacific Rim National Park Reserve. The sand stretches for miles, eagles soar overhead, and the sunsets are legendary, fiery colors melting into the sea. After the chaos of the waves, there's a peacefulness that settles in. Back at the cabin, I refuel with food that's as fresh as it gets. Seafood caught that morning, prepared by local chefs who know their craft. The fish tacos here are legendary for a reason. Crispy, flavorful, and so fresh they almost leap off the plate. Every bite is a reminder of how close you are to the ocean. Evenings are for gathering around a crackling campfire, swapping stories and soaking in the simple, perfect moments, nature, food, and firelight blending together. As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars come out, I realize this is the kind of weekend that stays with you. Tofino is wild, beautiful, and unforgettable, but the adventure isn't over yet. There are 6 more epic journeys ahead, each promising new challenges and unforgettable memories. Next up, the mountains are calling and I can't wait to answer. We've traded ocean for mountains. Welcome to Whistler. Nestled in the heart of British Columbia, this place is a playground for adventure seekers and nature lovers alike. The moment you arrive, you're greeted by towering peaks and endless possibilities. The air is crisp, the peaks are massive, and the energy is electric. Every breath feels fresher, every view more dramatic. It's the kind of place that makes you want to get outside and do something epic. Whistler's famous for skiing, but in summer it's all about mountain biking. The trails here are legendary, drawing riders from all over the world. Whether you're a pro or a total beginner, there's a trail with your name on it. My challenge: ride the world-renowned bike park. The anticipation builds as I watch other riders gear up, their faces a mix of nerves and excitement. The trails look intense, but that's exactly why I'm here. Checked into Whistler Village, charming, bustling, and surrounded by adventure. The village is alive with energy, filled with people swapping stories over coffee or gearing up for their next thrill. Geared up with a full-face helmet and a downhill bike that's worth more than my car. The staff double-checks every strap and bolt, making sure I'm ready for what's ahead. My heart's already racing. Gondola up, heart pounding, and then downhill chaos. The view from the top is breathtaking, but there's no time to linger. It's time to drop in and let gravity do its thing. The trails are steep, fast, and wild. It's like a real-life video game with every twist and jump demanding your full attention. Adrenaline surges as you dodge rocks, roots, and the occasional fearless squirrel. After a few runs, I'm catching air and loving the rush. Each ride builds confidence, and soon I'm pushing my limits, grinning from ear to ear. The sense of accomplishment is unreal. Whistler is pure adrenaline, but it's also about recovery. After the thrill, you find yourself swapping stories with fellow riders, sharing tips, and soaking in the mountain views. After riding, we hit the Scandinave Spa. Outdoor hot pools, saunas, and total silence. The contrast is perfect. Muscles unwind, and the only sounds are wind in the trees and water gently lapping. Lying in a hammock, mountains above, I find pure bliss. The stress melts away, replaced by a deep sense of peace and gratitude for this wild, beautiful place. Whistler is the perfect balance. Push your limits, then unwind completely. It's a place where you can chase thrills all day and find tranquility at night. This place is a serious contender for the best weekend getaway. Whether you're here for the adventure, the relaxation, or just the views, Whistler delivers an experience you'll never forget. Our journey continues as we board the ferry to Salt Spring Island, a place that feels like a world apart from the mainland. The air is fresher, the pace is slower, and there's a sense of creativity and calm that you can feel as soon as you step off the boat. Salt Spring is famous for its community of artists, passionate farmers, and people who truly embrace a laid-back, intentional lifestyle. My challenge for the weekend? To live like a true local, immersing myself in the rhythms of island life, meeting the people who call this place home, and seeing if I can keep up with the daily routines of a Salt Spring farmer. I'm staying in a charming farm cottage, nestled among rows of vegetables with sheep grazing in the fields and chickens clucking nearby. It's the kind of place where you wake up to the sound of birds and the gentle rustle of leaves far from city noise. Here, breakfast isn't just a meal, it's an experience. I get to collect fresh eggs from the coop, pick sun-warmed tomatoes and herbs straight from the garden, and enjoy a true farm-to-table breakfast outdoors, surrounded by nature. The beating heart of Salt Spring is the Saturday market in Ganges. Every weekend, locals and visitors gather here to celebrate the island's creativity and abundance. The market is a feast for the senses. Tables overflowing with artisan cheese, crusty fresh bread, homemade jams, and beautiful handmade pottery. Every item tells a story, crafted with care by the people who live here. My mission is clear: assemble the ultimate Salt Spring picnic using only the best finds from the market. It's a delicious scavenger hunt, and every vendor has something special to offer. I gather creamy goat cheese, still warm sourdough, savory local salami, and crisp island cider. The result? A picnic spread that's as beautiful as it is tasty, true Salt Spring perfection. We find the perfect spot, a grassy bluff in Ruckle Provincial Park, high above the ocean. With the waves below and the sun on our faces, we relax, eat, and let the island's peaceful energy wash over us. Later, we hike up Mount Maxwell for breathtaking panoramic views, then reward ourselves with a slice of homemade pie from a quirky roadside stand. Everywhere we go, there's a sense of trust and community that's rare to find. Life on Salt Spring is about slowing down, savoring each moment, and reconnecting with the land. It's a reminder to appreciate the simple things: fresh air, good food, and time spent in nature. By the end of the weekend, I feel completely reset. Salt Spring Island is more than just a destination, it's a peaceful, authentic escape that nourishes the soul and inspires you to live a little differently. Next up, Harrison Hot Springs, where relaxation is the main event. The resort sits on a massive lake, surrounded by forested mountains. The outdoor hot pools are filled with mineral-rich water, perfect for soaking away every ache. Under a waterfall of hot water, I feel the stress melt away. But it's not just about soaking. Harrison Lake is a playground. We tried the inflatable water park, wiped out on slides, and laughed the whole time. The town is classic and charming, with a waterfront promenade and a legend about a lake monster named Sasquatch. We rented a quadricycle and pedaled along the shore, just enjoying the simple fun. As night fell, the pools glowed under the stars. Pure magic. Harrison Hot Springs is all about old-school relaxation and fun. It's a classic getaway that delivers exactly what it promises. Next adventure, Bowen Island, just a short ferry from Vancouver but a world away. The challenge: explore every corner on foot. No car, just adventure. Snug Cove is the heart of the island, with cozy cafes and a laid-back vibe. We fueled up with coffee and hiked Mount Gardner, the island's highest point. The climb is tough, but the 360-degree view at the top is spectacular. After the hike, we cooled off at Sandy Beach. Calm water, warm sun, total relaxation. Bowen's got challenging trails, relaxing beaches, and a unique community spirit. Fix-it stands and reuse stores show off the island's sustainability and charm. Dinner at a local pub, fish and chips on the deck, and a sunset to remember. Bowen Island is the perfect, accessible escape from city life. Time for a true adventure, kayaking into the Gulf Islands National Park Reserve. The plan: paddle to a remote island, camp, and spend the night surrounded by nature. Kayak loaded, nerves high, we set off through narrow channels and rocky shores. Wildlife everywhere, harbor seals, porpoises, and a bald eagle overhead. After hours of paddling, we land on a tiny uninhabited island, our private paradise. Tent up, campfire lit, and dinner on the beach as the sun sets. The peace and solitude are unreal. No city lights, just stars and ocean sounds. It's a little spooky, but waking up to sunrise over the water is unforgettable. This weekend is pure adventure and raw beauty. A true escape. For our final getaway, we're in the Okanagan Valley, Canada's wine country. The challenge: experienced the best food and wine in just one weekend. The landscape is sunny, dry, and lined with endless vineyards. We focused on the Naramata Bench, renting e-bikes to cruise from winery to winery. Each tasting brought new flavors and stories: Pinot Gris, Merlot, Rose, and more. The patios overlooked the lake and vineyards. Unbeatable views. We stopped at fruit stands for peaches, cherries, and apricots, sunshine in every bite. Picnic lunch in an orchard, then out on the lake for a swim and a new perspective. The Okanagan is about slowing down, savoring the good life, and soaking in the scenery. It's a sophisticated, delicious, and beautiful escape. That's a wrap on 7 epic weekends: surfing, biking, farming, soaking, hiking, kayaking, and wine tasting. Each was unique and unforgettable. But which is the ultimate getaway? I can't decide. Let me know your pick in the comments. If you're inspired to plan your own adventure, that's what matters most. Thanks for watching and being part of this journey. Hit subscribe for more epic travel videos. Your support means everything. Now, get out there and plan your own perfect weekend.